It's Christmas Eve.
No!
It's Christmas Eve in August. Guys, welcome in. Yes.
Chris.
Eve.
Miss Eve.
Nice to meet you. Beautiful, beautiful. Guys, welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show. I'm Anthony Totri.
Yeah, you are.
This man to my left, your right, is Shane Dieffenbach.
Little stinky boy.
Big Pokey.
Hello.
Also known as Christmas.
Hello.
Hello. Guys, we have an Arizona State football game tomorrow.
Huh?
Yeah. There it is. Arizona State plays football tomorrow.
Would you say that it was time?
I would say it's time. I would absolutely.
Would somebody else say that it's time?
Leah, would you say that it's time?
I would.
Okay. And you set her up for the alley-oop?
It's like it's like some UFC guy. He might be saying it really dramatically.
I know.
Oh, she knows.
She
knows it's time. Or it's not there. Or it's not there.
It's not
there anymore.
It's not here.
She's like, no, I know. I absolutely know. But it's not here. Guys, let us know in the chat how you're feeling. A little over 24 hours away before Kenny Dillingham and company take the field at Sun Devil Stadium to beat up on Southern Utah. We've got a jam-packed show today. We've got some players that we expect to have some big games tomorrow based off of the way that they performed in fall camp and Camp T. We've also got our score predictions, so you'll definitely want to stay tuned for those. We've also got some updates on some Sun Devils in the NFL.
I got an update.
Let's hear it. That's going to be so deceiving to everybody listening on audio.
No, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a can opening.
Well, yeah, no, it's a can opening. Okay, sure, why not? But before we get into everything as it relates to the game, we've got some sound from Conyers and the boys from the High Point last night. Shane, you were obviously back there producing that show, and we'll get into some of the clips and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was the first game week High Point episode that we've had with Jalin, Jordan Clark, Clayton Smith, Isaiah Glass. Just what was that like?
Well, it was like something. And it was something like I've never seen before because I heard something crazy, something insane.
Really?
Something that I did not think I would ever hear. An Arizona State football player owns, wait for it, a monitor lizard. You know what a monitor lizard is?
It's just an oversized litter. It's a baby Komodo dragon.
It's a Komodo dragon, basically. And he just has
Clayton Smith?
Clayton Smith owns it, and his name? Cleo.
Cleo the lizard?
It's Max Cat's name.
I don't like lizards, man. I don't fuck with lizards.
I like lizards.
I think
that is awesome.
That's such an elite pet to have, though, if you're like an athlete, I feel like.
I feel like a lizard would be, or like a monitor lizard would be the best animal to have come off the edge also.
A monitor lizard?
Yeah, they'd be like...
I was thinking ostrich would be pretty good.
No?
You don't think so?
Push them over.
You're pushing over an ostrich?
Yeah, but maybe not at full speed, but if it's on the line, its get up isn't as... It's get up like as soon because you make contact with them. I make contact. It's getting pushed over.
I don't know.
A lizard, it's biting my leg and going through it.
I don't know about all
See ya.
That. Lindsay in the chat. Game week High Point episodes are superior. Yeah, those are going to be coming to you guys right here on our YouTube channel. Hopefully every single week. So definitely stay locked in for that. If you guys missed the High Point yesterday, like we said, Jordan Clark, Jalin Conyers, Isaiah Glass, Clayton Smith, the man who owns a monitor lizard. They provided you guys with some just absolute killer content. And we've got some sound bites as it relates to that show. Want to start with what Jordan Clark had to say about the freshman quarterback, Jaden Rashada, because I feel like there's been a lot of pressure. There's a lot of eyes that are going to be on Jaden tomorrow from a national perspective. But it's not often you get to hear a veteran leader like Jordan Clark talk about a freshman, let alone a freshman quarterback, the way he did last night. So this is Jordan Clark with some high praise for Jaden Rashada.
Man, he's just insanely talented, man. Like there isn't a throw that the kid can't make. But I think more so what stands out to me, something that I love, is his work ethic. You know, like I'm in the building the other day watching film at like 8:30, and I see Shada walking down the hall whenever I'm going to get a snack. You know what I'm saying? And I think that when you see your starting quarterback do that, it's a great thing. But also when you see a freshman, a true freshman, doing that, already paying that much attention to detail, it's awesome. You know, and I respect that so much, and I can't wait to go out there and go to war with him.
I just love that First of all, JC, I know that was a subtle flex. I was watching film at 8:30, going to get a snack. No, in all seriousness, that is so awesome to hear from a guy like JC, who is just the heart and soul of this team. At this point, really high praise.
Yeah, and not only that, right? I mean, you bring up the Jordan Clark aspect of it too, right? Whether he's there at 8:30 watching film or whatever. But I think a big part of last night that you were able to really see from that episode was just how juiced these guys are for football to be back, right? And these are all guys that have played at this level before, but to have them all talk about Jaden Rashada the way that they did has got to instill some level of confidence in Sun Devil Nation to know that, you're the heart and soul of your defense in Jordan Clark is at the facility watching film super late. Mm-hmm. And who does he see in the hallway? Not only his quarterback, a freshman quarterback that, let's be real, was a part of a quarterback competition. And Kenny said it came in as the number 3 quarterback in the fall. Like, this is what you want to see from an Arizona State quarterback. This is what you want to hear, is have these top guys talk about him in this way.
Yeah, Donald, I am pumped too, my man. I am so excited to watch this freshman sling that rock. He can throw the ball. Yeah. And I wonder if the deep ball is going to look even prettier on TV than it does in person.
It's going to be fun, dude. I'm so excited. I'm so damn excited to actually
meaningful games
get to that point.
You know how long this has been? The longest drought of like meaningful coverage for ASU in so long because like the basketball season, was extended a little bit, but like we didn't have a really fun playoff softball run to cover.
Yeah. We
didn't have a really fun baseball team to cover late in the season. We had a really awful baseball team to cover late in the season.
Oh, man.
And hopefully they can get it back. But it has been a drought. And I am ready to be paid for standing in the sun at practice. And I'm sure so are you. Double the amount with some good football. And a great product that Kenny's going to put on the field. Somebody said this like a week ago. I cannot wait for the first on-field interview of Kenny. He is going to be...
You said it.
No, somebody said it in the chat. He's going to be huffing and puffing. He's going to be sniffling. He's going to say right like 9 times. And he's just going to say, I just love this place. And I'm so excited for it.
It's exciting because we've talked about it and we could talk about all the on-field stuff and we will. But tomorrow is really a new chapter for Arizona State.
It's a new series.
It's a new series entirely.
Yep.
It's a different book altogether.
Yeah.
God.
It's not even just a different book. It's a completely new series.
Yeah.
Which is a different book. But take it even a step further. We're going from the Lord of the Sad Boys.
Lord of the Sad Boys?
Yeah.
Was that the name of Herm's book?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I was trying to think of something creative with Lord of the Rings, and I was saying no rings.
Lord of the Sad Boys.
Yeah. Lord of the Sad Boys, and now we're in Dilling Wars.
Dilling Wars?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
That sounds like a crazy series coming to you at your closest Barnes & Noble, I guess.
Dude.
But regardless of
love that place.
Regardless of the way that Jaden Rashada plays tomorrow, we've heard from the guys, right? They have confidence in Jaden Rashada.
Barnes & Noble.
Another really dope part of the conversation that they had last night as it relates to Jaden Rashada was the fact that, obviously Jalin is roommates with Trenton. And a lot of these guys in that quarterback room, they've got experience, whether it be Trenton, Drew Pine, regardless. ASU and the players seem to have confidence not only in Rashada, but in the entire quarterback room. This is what JC and Jalin Conyers had to say about the quarterback room in general.
With our quarterback room, bro, like I think that we're just in such a unique position with the 4 guys that we have in our room. Mm-hmm. Those guys worked their tail off, bro. Like that competition was insane.
It literally went from spring to now.
Yeah,
like
bro.
that's 6-7 months of competition. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. It was insane to watch, man. And the way that they pushed each other but also encouraged each other is something I respect so much because in a situation like that, bro, like you're fighting for the job that you've dreamed of your entire life. Mm-hmm. And never were they negative about each other. Never did anybody have their head down. Those guys came to compete every day, gave us great looks, great work. And even now, that a starter has been named, they still came to the facility with that same attention to detail, that same positivity and great vibe, bro. So we're just blessed to have all of them, really.
Yeah, and then again, all of them are going to be ready to go. No matter what. Obviously, God forbid, if a quarterback goes down, we have all full confidence that any of those 3 or 4 guys can come in and we'll be 100%. Fine. So It's that like you said, it's a crazy, unique situation to be in where you can look back to the third or fourth, fourth string, and you can go, oh yeah, they can still win us football games. Like we're gonna be fine. So definitely a cool position to be in.
Yeah, I was listening to this clip, just going like a bobblehead. I was just yes, absolutely. It's so fun to have a quarterback room that supports each other, and just to know that next man up, like we're ready regardless, but to support the young guy, especially the true freshman Jaden Rashada, it's great, and it means the world to a guy like him who is in a completely new environment, and who we've talked about is just you can think about him as a football player and a true freshman starting, but you also have to think about it. He's just a freshman coming into a brand new area, and trying to get his bearings that way. So it's great. The support system is huge.
Not only the support system, but the reality that all of these quarterbacks come from such different experiences in places before getting here, right? You look at a guy
like Drew Pine, who came from literally heaven, apparently.
From football heaven. Okay, football heaven. In South Bend, obviously playing a lot of time at Notre Dame, Trenton Bourget, really committing to the bit at Arizona State from start to finish.
Don't call his career a bit.
And then Jaden Rashada, obviously a highly touted freshman. Like all of those experiences, not only for Jaden, but I feel like if you see any of these quarterbacks throughout the season, if you see Trenton, if you see Drew, the fact that each one of these guys can lean on the previous experiences of the other, that I think will help them moving forward, right? But again, all eyes tomorrow are going to be on Jaden Rashada.
Chris in the chat saying, my kid got us tickets for tomorrow. I'm so pumped to support this team in person. Yes.
Absolutely.
We're going to be there too.
Yeah, if you're there, come say hi.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. Don't try to sneak into the press box though.
No,
because
but if you see us on the field.
Donnie will be there and tell you no.
Donnie?
Yeah, Donnie works at the...
Donnie Henderson?
Yep. Yep.
He's now security?
Yeah.
Like, Donnie, your defense from a team perspective, not great, but individually, we think you have some potential. Oh, no. Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm fired up for? Speaking of watching something in person.
Yes.
I am so juiced to watch these pass catchers catch passes in a game. I can't wait to see the yard totals start to tick up. And you're like, oh, shit. We might have three guys that go over 800 yards this year.
Yeah.
It's
going to be tough. It's going to be tough in that press box to contain myself.
Yeah. I'm going to be Mike Luke.
We're going to do it because we're professionals.
I'm going to be Mike Luke in it.
No, don't Mike Luke it. No. No, don't Mike Luke it.
Yeah, Jalin Conyers. Yeah.
Don't do that.
That's my friend.
Don't do that. Don't do that at all. Look, we've been talking about Southern Utah.
We need to clip that.
Yeah.
We need to clip that part, and every time he scores a touchdown.
Okay, absolutely.
We'll tweet that.
Absolutely. We've been talking about Southern Utah and really breaking down throughout the week what we think ASU is going to see, what fans are going to see. But we can only do it so many times. The players did it last night on the high point. So this is what the guys had to say about the upcoming matchup against Southern Utah.
For me, man, honestly, I prepare every week. Like, we're playing the national championship. You know what I'm saying? These guys deserve all the respect. These guys are on scholarship as well. They do a lot of different things, bro. They do a lot of different stuff that can give people problems. You can lose any game that you play. Mm-hmm. So ultimately, bro, we're going to go out there. We're going to play our hearts out. I feel like we've prepared an insane amount. I think that we've paid attention to detail and just can't wait to go out there and execute the game plan that the coaches have given us. I think that we're in a good spot.
Absolutely. Glass.
Yeah, so obviously I'm on the O-line, and I'm speaking for the offense. I would say if the front five, if we handle our job, I feel like the game will go super smooth and we'll dominate whoever we're playing, regardless of what week it is. So I feel like if the O-line, we've been practicing really hard and we've been doing a good job at gelling together and gluing together. And if we give our quarterback time to make plays and block the running backs, we can beat anyone in our schedule.
Yeah, truly. And I think, obviously, going into this game, you kind of know what.
Glass is scary.
Glasses, yeah. Glass said he forgot. Air quotes. Forgot his glasses.
Brother, prescription.
Forgot his glasses
these
in the car.
So
he pulled up to this podcast episode with, what are those?
Versace lenses.
Versace sunglasses.
And he's doing his his Batman voice too.
And meanwhile, just so y'all know, it is 7:23 at night, so it is dark outside.
I forgot he had the Gucci ones at the photo shoot.
He did have those on at the photo shoot as well. But yeah, no, that's how Glass is just feeling some type of way. He's on his Batman vibes.
It's next level is game week.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. But as everyone knows, like we should really go in this game, and if we execute how we're supposed to and do everything we're supposed to do, this should be a game. With again, all respect to Southern Utah, it's gonna be obviously first game, good worthy opponent, whatever. This is a game we should dominate. This is a game we should dominate. We should go out there and we should kind of impose our will in every aspect of the game and walk away with a big win.
You listening, Hunter Dickinson?
Oh my god!
If you have a podcast and you think you're gonna win the next day, that's how you predict a win. You don't say, how much did we beat? I think we win by 20, and then get your shit stomped by 38 points by Bobby and the boys.
Well,
I just love bringing that up.
I'm not Jalen. If you didn't
Stop
know,
it.
I didn't
Stop.
know,
There's
so-
no reason for this. There's no reason.
Total
for this.
disrespect. Total disrespect. ASU is going to kick the shit.
I'm going to
out
send
of
this to
Southern
John
Utah.
Smith.
They're going to. Sorry, John, but John knows that Southern Utah is going to get work tomorrow. That's absolutely what's going to happen. And there is maybe a pinch.
I'm going to pinch you.
No, I might turn into a meme, and you can, if they find a way to lose tomorrow.
I'm going to pinch you.
If they find a way to lose tomorrow, this is absolutely
Totri said he
all
would
on me.
resign.
I will resign if Arizona State loses tomorrow. You will not catch me on Friday's show. It's not going to happen. Not at all.
That would be insane.
If they lose tomorrow,
And you quit?
yeah, I'm not going to be happy, man. I'm not going to be happy.
You have to
You're going to
full-time
find
teach.
me. Yeah, it's
You have to
gonna
go back
be
to
rough.
South Bend.
It's going to be whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't say the world was ending.
Well,
I said ASU lost.
I thought you liked that place.
Oh,
I thought you were in love with that
no,
team.
no, not at all.
I thought you and Sam Hartman
ASU
text
should
every night.
embarrass. It is the headline. Arizona State should embarrass Southern Utah tomorrow. It shouldn't be a game. At no point, except the closest the game should be at kickoff, 0-0. That's the closest that the game should be tomorrow. And if it's not at any other point, then I've got concerns. Because regardless of Elijah Badger and Will Schaefer not being out there the first half, regardless of having a freshman quarterback, regardless of having a first-year head coach and a new coaching staff, you are the better team. On paper, you're the better team. All the hype that is built over the last 7-8 months has led you to fucking August 31st, 2023.
The year of our Lord.
You should go out there and
Our
you should
Lord
kick
being
the
Kenny.
Thunderbirds' ass from start to finish. And ASU fans, if they opt to leave at halftime, they shouldn't be leaving at halftime because it's a 7-point game and they're fucking worried at what's going to happen. They should be leaving at halftime if they're up 35 points and they're comfortable with the fact that ASU just dominated another team in the first half of the game.
That would really suck if they lost and you quit because, I mean, our numbers would pop the next day.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Remember what happened after EMU?
Oh, I thought you were saying they'd pop because I left.
Oh, no.
No, that'd be tough. That would be
Yeah.
really tough. Gerald's looking out there like he's so concerned. What Gerald's scaring the shit out of me with that
That
face
was
out
really
there.
scary.
Oh my goodness.
Chris commented in the chat earlier, I can't wait to watch this defense. To be honest, that's what I'm most excited for. Let us know in the chat what you're most excited
Yeah.
to watch tomorrow. And, I'm sure a lot of the answer will be watching number 5, but let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have some score predictions and some players that we expect to have some big games. We're going to get to that here in a second. But first, want to tell you about how you can make some money on Arizona State tomorrow. And really just college sports in general, guys. Go download the BetMGM Sportsbook app on iOS or Android, or visit betmgm.com. Then sign up and deposit at least $10 into your
$10.
BetMGM Sportsbook account. 10 bones, nothing crazy.
10 smacks.
Then place your first wager and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if the bet loses. Guys, if the bet does lose, your bonus bets are going to be available once your initial wager is settled. Arizona State has a football game tomorrow. Is the line set, Shane? Do we have the...
I'm looking at it. I thought you would be more prepared for this because you're reading the ad, but I guess I'll find it.
Wow, you're just...
I mean, you can read the disclaimer first, and then we can do the pick.
I mean, that just kind of hurts, man. Guys, sign up for BetMGM and use that bonus code PHNX. Deposit $10 and place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets. If
I don't believe it's
loses.
set.
That is crazy that it's not set yet.
Yeah.
That is absolutely wild. Guys, check the show notes for more details and listen to Shane. talk about the
Gambling
disclaimer.
problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-522-4700 Nevada. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., Kansas, Nevada, New York, or Ontario. 5-minute segment shirtless? Why, Donald? Why do you want to see that?
Yeah, Donald in the chat. If ASU wins by 50, Shane has to do a 5-minute segment shirtless. It's the only way.
I mean, there's a lot of other ways.
I don't know. Donald seems to be pretty convinced that that is the only way. So I'm going to need you to get on that. Okay? You get on that the moment ASU does win by 50 points.
Yeah, no Cam Rising as well for tomorrow. Else expected. I don't know if he's even going to play it next week. Utah still favored by 4.5 over at BetMGM.
That's crazy.
Do you have a pick of the week?
Yeah, my BetMGM sportsbook pick of the week is simply going to be ASU money line whenever it comes out. Or actually, not ASU money line. ASU spread. ASU spread whenever it comes out. I don't care what it is.
I was like, dude,
at the minus 5,000.
Give me ASU minus 10,000.
No,
all you gotta do is to throw $10,000 to win 100. That's it.
Whatever the spread is in tomorrow's game, take it. I think ASU is going to destroy them.
I bet it's
24.5.
28.5.
I'm hammering it. Hammer it. Absolutely. That's what you got to take.
Hammer it. And,
it's the only right answer.
Yeah, and if you don't have tickets to the game yet, whoa, Glenn, look at that closing line value. Wait, why was it 7.5? That's crazy. The line was 7.5, and then, or did you tease it? Was it 7.5 two days ago? And then why did it move down? That's crazy. Well, if you got that's some great closing line value, Glenn. I'll tell you that much. I got some great value for you if you don't have a ticket to the game yet, and that's with our friends over at Game Time. It's the best place to get last minute tickets, and all you got to do is download the Game Time app. You can snag tickets without the stress with Game Time. When you download the Game Time app, create an account and use that code PHNX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, just create an account and redeem code PHNX for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. They're the best. And guys, if you don't have tickets to the game tomorrow yet, use Game Time, get that $20 off. You can get some nice tickets.
Absolutely. Guys, before we move on to score predictions and some players trending up, do Bobby Hurley a solid. Hit that like button. There's 34 of you in here. Only 15 likes. Just hit that like button. It's super easy. Super, super, super easy. Shane, we have talked ad nauseum about Southern Utah and the players and what to expect. Okay? But we know that tomorrow there are going to be some players that have some ridiculous stat lines, and there are some players that are due for some giant games. Okay?
Yeah.
So
some giant guys.
Some giant in for some giant games.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 3 players trending up ahead of tomorrow's game.
And I've got 3 trending down.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Shane, let's kick it off
My
with
first player trending down.
No.
Chip Trainum. He's no longer on the team.
Let's kick trending up with Jaden Rashada. Shane.
Yeah, I mean, duh. He's the quarterback of this football team, and he's a freshman. You got to be good to do that. And he's closed out the last couple practices, the strongest he has ever closed out a week of practice. So, I mean, this is like, I don't even know if he's like trending up. He's just moon rocketing. He's just, This is a SpaceX craft breaking through the atmosphere on its way to planet W.
Yeah. Earlier in the week, Kenny said it looked like he had one of his best practices since becoming a Sun Devil, which obviously bodes well for ASU fans just a day before the game. And then the team in general having some of its best practices that they've had really in weeks. So it's going to be exciting. I do think Jaden Rashada is due for an absolute monster game. Somebody tweeted it out earlier if he's following in his dad's footsteps as to having a ridiculous freshman game. Harlan Rashada in his first game at ASU as a freshman defensive back had 3.5 sacks, which is, if you know football, to have 3.5 sacks as a defensive back is ridiculous by itself, but to have 3.5 sacks in your first collegiate football game as a defensive back, that's pretty ridiculous. So
yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, Rashada trending up. I think he's going to have a giant game. I also think Ed Woods Ed Woods is also going to have a big game. Talk about a guy that's had just a ridiculous fall camp and really fought off some transfers and some other players to keep his starting spot this season. This is a guy that I feel like in that secondary, at least from a national perspective, is not getting enough love. A lot of people talk about Jordan Clark, rightfully so. A lot of people talk about Ro Torrance, rightfully so. But Ed Woods, as your second cornerback on this team, I think is really going to do a phenomenal job this season, not only against opposing aerial attacks, but against teams' ground games as well. I think this is a guy that is going to have a strong season, and by the end of the year, people are going to know who number 10 on that defensive side of the ball is.
Yeah, him or D are going to get the nod, starting opposite of Rowe. It says that on the depth chart. We didn't even talk about the depth chart.
No, we didn't.
We can get to the depth chart after this.
Yeah.
And then, the third player, he's fine. I don't really like...
I know you don't like giving him love.
No, he's just not... I mean, he's fine.
He's fine. He's not that good.
He's okay.
Okay.
No, he's going to be the best tight end of the Pac-12. Sorry, Dalton Kincaid. You are no longer in the Pac-12, so now it's time for Jalin Conyers. He is the final player trending up. Need I say more? He finished the season breaking through the graph of trending up, and he's just been getting better and better. This is an NFL talent. This is a guy who is going to run you over on the football field and then say something, just one of the worst takes you've ever heard on a podcast. But he is an elite football player, and I cannot wait to see him being utilized correctly for an entire football season.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's going to be fun because I feel like, and that's a crazy thing, right? Like, I feel like we saw Jalin Conyers at the tail end of last season really put together some just great games. Yeah. But you are going to get a full season with Jalin Conyers playing football at a high level as a starting tight end with a competent offensive coordinator, with a head coach who's offensive minded, with a quarterback that has a cannon of an arm. And Jalin Conyers might go over 100 receiving yards tomorrow by himself as a tight end.
I think he will.
I don't know if they're going to keep the starters in long enough for that to happen.
He'll have 3 quarters to do that, and he will do that. But don't ask him about giraffe neck. We don't do that.
Whoa. Giraffe neck.
Yeah, last night on the show.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's tough.
You want to hear some great stat about Jalin Conyers?
Let's hear it.
He was 5th among all FBS tight ends in yards after contact, despite only playing in a second of the season. He had 170 yards after contact. And granted, half of that probably came in the Colorado game, but still, isn't that insane?
That is insane.
He's only played in like 6 games.
Look, Jalin Conyers has the potential to break every single season record in terms of Arizona State tight ends. Mm-hmm. And I do not think it is a stretch to say that that's what he is going to do. And it's going to be, I can't, dude. I'm juiced up that we've got a football game tomorrow, and we've seen these guys in practice for so damn long, and fans, they've got the chance to see these guys in the spring game or Camp T, but like, we've been out there. Mm-hmm. We know how fucking good these guys can be, and they're trending up.
Sean, that is hard.
5 + 12 = 6.
That is hard.
We might, Sean. We might need a graphic request real quick. 5 + 12 = 6. That you're gonna see a lot of that this season. A lot of it this season, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Shane, do you want to go into the depth chart, or do you want to go to the predictions?
I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
I'll find it.
Well,
let's go into predictions first, and then we can talk about the depth
Let's go
chart.
ahead and do predictions. I'll go ahead and kick things off here. I've said it. I think Arizona State dominates tomorrow's game against Southern Utah, and I think they do it en route 48-10. I do think Southern Utah probably gets a touchdown late in the game off some of the guys that won't necessarily be starting. But yeah, 48-10. I think the ASU offense takes care of business. I'm going to stand on the hill that Melquan Stovall has a 60-plus yard touchdown at some point tomorrow, whether that be on a drag, a post, whatever. I really don't care, but I think he is going to go out there and surprise some people tomorrow, along with guys like Xavier Guillory. You're going to get a full game, hopefully, from him. Jalin Conyers, Cam Scattaboo, DeCarlos Brooks, Javen Jacobs, the weapons on offense are going to eat tomorrow. And who knows, you may get a defensive touchdown tomorrow as well. So yeah, 48-10, ASU dominates the Thunderbird.
Yeah, I got around the same. You have them winning by 38. I have them winning by 36. I don't know. They got an old man at quarterback. He might know how to sling that rock a little bit.
He didn't the last time that he played ASU.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, I got ASU putting up a 50 burger, and that's because we talked about it. ASU hasn't had a 50 burger since 2019. They're hungry. They need it, and I think they get it. 53-17 final score. ASU gets the dub. In front of the Sun Devil Nation. 55-10, Glenn says.
A 50 burger in game 1 of Kenny Dillingham, dude.
It just fits.
It does. There are just things that go together, okay? Peanut butter jelly, ketchup and a hot dog, and 50 points in Kenny Dillingham. It's just
burger and dillies.
Burger and dillies?
Yeah, 50 burgers and dillies.
50 burgers and dillies. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this depth chart change.
I'm not going to read it one by one, but I'll read you some of the more, not surprising, but just things that weren't obvious. Like, I'm not going to say Jalin Conyers is starting at tight end.
Wait, he is?
Jaden Rashada starting at quarterback. We know that. Okay, so your second running back on the depth chart is DeCarlos Brooks behind Scadaboo, which is interesting because Kyson Brown is also there. Yeah,
Kyson Brown, I think you're going to see more reps from him tomorrow at least than maybe people were expecting.
Yeah. So that's exciting. I think those three are going to get the majority of carries, and I think Tevin White could eventually work his way into that because I think he's talented enough. Backing up Elijah Badger is Andre Johnson, and then at the slot it's Gio or Melquan. As we expected, I think they're going to both rotate it in that slot. Troy's going to be the backup Z to X, obviously, and then Messiah Swinson and Bryce Pierre are the 2 and 3. Not in that order. That's just they're or. Isaiah Glass or Bram Walden at left tackle. Still don't know, which is very interesting.
And Kenny talked about it on Monday. You're going to see along the offensive line, obviously there are going to be the 5 guys that roll out there first.
Yep.
But they're hoping to have between 7 to 8 offensive linemen rotate throughout tomorrow's game. So, yeah, Bram Walden, Cade Briggs, I know was also listed as an or at right guard.
Left guard is Finau, and then center is Leaf. Obviously, and Emmett starting at the right tackle. But here's where things get a little bit interesting. So BJ is going to start at end.
Yep.
Tristan Monday is getting the nod to start at defensive tackle alongside Deshaun Mallory.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this. He's a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, he is. And obviously, this has something to do with the fact that Anthony Cooper is injured. So I don't want to take anything away from Tristan Monday, but I would fully expect Anthony Cooper to be back in that starting lineup when he gets to 100%.
Yeah, but he's getting the nod. 6'3", 310, redshirt freshman. That's a lot of fun.
Some of these heightened weights, dude.
Yeah.
BJ Green listed at 270 pounds.
Yeah, and he's not like a...
He's built like a fucking Ford Focus at defensive end.
Yeah, he's a brick shithouse, as some say. Clayton Smith starting at the other end spot. Duh. I mean, he's a freak.
Yeah.
And I think he has a big year. So Trey Brown is getting the start, and then it says Tate Romney's listed over Will Schaefer, and I was like, maybe that's because of the suspension thing, but Badger is still listed at the 1. So that's interesting.
That is very interesting.
If Tate Romney ends up getting that start opposite of Trey Brown, that would be something to look out for. And then, as I said, D and Ed Woods are opposite of Rowe. And then, it's basically everything else.
JC, I mean, you are going to see Mason Williams listed as the second nickelback. And then Josiah Cox, listed behind Chris Edmonds at safety. I think that's going to be awesome to get to see him play, hopefully tomorrow, right? Because again, I don't imagine the starters are going to be out there the entire game.
I think you might get playing time regardless.
That's going to be a ton of fun.
Backing up CB1 is Keith Abney. So,
do you want to talk about the kickoff return and punt return? No, you don't want to.
Not at all. It doesn't make sense to me, and I don't want to question a guy that's doing this for a living because I'm not going to. I mean, it's my job to kind of do that, but what the fuck are we doing? Elijah Badger is listed as one of the kickoff returners. It says Elijah, D. Ford, or Guillory. I don't want any of them doing that. I hate kickoffs. I think they're stupid. I think they're dumb, and I think that they're very dangerous.
I agree. I think the reason behind it is they don't want to burn redshirt years on any of these freshmen.
You don't need... Yeah, I don't want to be like, put this guy out there because he doesn't matter as much. So I'm not going to say that, but there are guys that I think, if I have Andre Johnson, like the Andre Johnson 85 and not our Andre Johnson 82, if I have Andre Johnson, like go put Rex Burkhead back there.
Yeah.
Returning the ball. I don't want Andre Johnson. Those are two different eras of Texans football, but
They are.
you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, maybe a little Steve Slayton out there.
Yeah. There you go.
That guy was fun for a year.
There you go.
Yeah. Like those are the guys that you're going to see rolling out tomorrow. So there shouldn't be really any surprises when it comes to the guys getting playing time for Arizona State versus Southern Utah. We've obviously given you guys the predictions. We both think ASU wins. You got them winning by 36. I got them winning by 38. We've got some players that we think are going to have some big games. Jaden Rashada, Jalin Conyers, and Ed Woods. Do want to transition to some NFL updates on some Sun Devils because NFL rosters, the 53-man rosters, were finalized. So we will get to that in a second. But first, guys, Circle K. Not only do they have locations all over, not just the Valley, but really everywhere. They've always got great deals on snacks, energy drinks, really everything. Okay, and they've also got a new free membership program. You guys can save 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups and get every 6th free on a selection of Circle K products, whether that be pizza, coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks. Join Inner Circle for free. That's the name of the app, guys, by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details.
ASU's got a Shady Ray. We got a bunch of Shady Rays over at Shady Rays. Shady Rays is the best place to get your sunglasses and also a great name to call your athletic director. Shady Rays is your one-stop shop for all things great sunglasses. You can shop their entire location or entire collection at their brand new location in the Keelan Commons. All things Shady Rays are available there. And if you don't love your Shady Rays, you can exchange them for a new pair. We could do that with our Shady Ray and return them for free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop. Their team always has your back. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use code PHNX for 50% off. 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people.
When you said Shady Rays was giving out their best deal of the season, I thought a self-imposed bowl ban was coming right after that.
See, that just hits too close to his own.
His own?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I can't believe that's the first time that we've ever used Ray Anderson.
Well, because somebody said it on I think LTC said it on our first show after the bowl ban, and then I was like, shit, we don't have a Shady Ray ad, so I had to remember it.
You're right, we do have our very own Shady Ray, and it's athletic director Ray Anderson.
Yeah.
Guys, so some updates as it relates to Sun Devils in the league. Chase Lucas was cut by the Detroit Lions, but they're bringing him back. He is signed to their practice squad. Xavier Valade, who was originally a Houston Texan, then a Pittsburgh Steeler. He found a home on the New York Jets practice squad earlier today. So we'll see maybe if he can work his way up to that 53-man roster, depending on what happens there. Obviously, they've got a couple running backs in New York that really have the reins there. Nesta Jade Silvera, shout out to him for making the 53-man roster with the Las Vegas Raiders. Looking forward to seeing him on the sideline squirting opposing quarterbacks with water bottles.
Shout out Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that Antonio Pierce is a coach for the Raiders. Kind of sucks.
It doesn't suck.
Yeah, does kind of suck. Yes, Saul?
I'll give you a drink.
My drink? Yeah, you can throw it away. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. That was so nice of you. Kyle Soley, unfortunately, cut by the Arizona Cardinals and doesn't have a home.
He was too good
right now.
I think he was going to help him win games.
I don't think. Oh, you're right. That is probably why they cut him. What about for any of the guys that we've got here, whether it be Chase Lucas, Xavier Valade, or Nesta made the 53-man roster, but we don't really expect him to start. Any of these guys, do you think could either work their way up to that 53-man roster?
I think Chase Lucas because he was on the team last year. He should.
What do you think about the whole Xavier Valade situation?
I mean, he's a running back.
Yeah. Still, though, I feel like what we've seen from him, from a tape perspective.
Yeah, he's a running back.
He deserves better.
I know, but he's a running back, man. The NFL market for running backs is so hard to make it. Yeah, I don't know.
What about your boy Darian Butler? He's still on the Raiders roster?
Yeah, but he's on the IR.
That is tough.
It is ago, but he's still on the roster. He had 11 tackles last year.
Total though. on the year.
And only 3 in the regular season. That's fine.
That's not that great.
Actually, no, he had 11 tackles total. That's awesome.
Yeah,
he played NFL snaps.
No, you're right. That is awesome. Donald in the chat, yeah. Frank Darby was cut by the Atlanta Falcons, so it sucks that he's not on a roster.
I really thought he was actually going to play. Like
for Atlanta?
When he made that roster.
I did too, because the Falcons suck. So it is what it is. But enough about the negative news. We've been talking all week about PHNX Ranks because we've seen some legendary Sun Devils in our top 25. And Shane, we've got a couple more to talk about today.
Yeah.
Some Sun Devil legends. Curly Culp coming in at number 15 on this list. Again, another phenomenal Arizona State football player that you see make a top 25.
Not just a football player, a wrestling national champion. Probably one of the best athletes to ever come to the school. I would argue that he has an argument for the best athlete of all time.
You think so?
I mean, dude,
he is in the Hall of Fame.
He was an All-American in football and won a wrestling championship.
That is pretty fucking wild.
Like, it's insane. So yeah, shout out Curly Culp.
And then we've got another one on the list, Mr. Jake the Snake himself, Jake Plummer. Talk about one of the strangest athletes, I think.
One of the most awesome athletes ever. He's so cool.
He is. How would you describe Jake the Snake? To somebody that has no idea.
Shoeless. He walks around shoeless, and that's all you need to know.
He does walk around shoeless. He's got a Rose Bowl appearance, first Arizona Cardinals playoff win.
Just an unbelievable quarterback at the college level, and a solid quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we've seen some ASU players, like we said, get through this top 25, and there are a couple more who we hope show up on this list. I'm hoping we get one in the top 5, but you guys will just have to wait and see where these guys fall when it comes to PHNX ranks. Shane.
I agree, Keck. So first of all, there are U of A fans that are complaining that there are more ASU people in the chat. We pulled a bunch of reporters across Arizona sports that have been covering ASU and U of A and all of Arizona sports for a long time to do this all across the network. So we didn't make these. We voted on these, but we didn't make these.
Just so everyone's clear.
Yeah, so don't get mad at us.
Don't get mad at us.
But if you think that they're correct, then give us all the praise.
Yeah, absolutely.
Done.
College football. Back in Tempe.
Yep.
Tomorrow.
Thursday. We have a college game day tomorrow, right?
Thursday. No. Thursday. August 31st.
Stop doing that.
What? Leaning in. Tell the people about Four Peaks a little bit, because when you're watching ASU football tomorrow, you really shouldn't have anything else in your hand except maybe a glizzy and then a wow or a peach ale, guys. Enjoy Four Peaks while you are watching college football or really anything. Four Peaks goes great with all sporting events, guys. And if you need a place to watch a game and you're not going to Sun Devil Stadium tomorrow,
go to Totri's house.
Nope, you guys can go ahead and go to the Four Peaks 8th Street Pub in Tempe.
You go to Totri's parents' house.
You can get some phenomenal food with your drinks, guys. Check out at Four Peaks Brew or at Four Peaks Pub to keep up with the latest at Arizona's hometown brewery. You do got to be 21 or older to drink Four Peaks, and please drink responsibly. Shane, is today the last day of something? I believe it is. The last day that the folks at home can get a great deal on a Die Hard membership.
Yep.
Just 60 bones. Guys, we're running out of time. Okay, there has never been a better time to become a Die Hard, especially if you are an Arizona State sports fan. We got a lot of things coming your way this season, some content that nobody else is going to have for you guys. Not to mention the fact that you guys get a free t-shirt with your Die Hard membership, and go check out the PHNX locker because we still got a phenomenal deal.
Because we snow.
On t-shirts and hats. Again, whether that be the ASU merch or the Coyotes merch or the D-backs merch, there is something there for everybody over at the PHNX locker.
Yeah, and there's something there for everybody at Totri's house. I'll send the address in the chat, Donald. I'll make sure you get there safe.
No.
We're not.
No, we're canceled that.
Remember? I thought we were doing that.
No.
All right, is everybody equipped to watch the game tomorrow? Like, does everybody know how to get on the Pac-12 network? Everybody good? I think you're gonna watch it on Fubo. If not, but if you have a Fubo account, do that. We'll tell you about that more later this week. But Fubo does help get on the Pac-12 network.
Which we know is pretty impossible to find the Pac-12 network.
Yeah,
right
it's an elusive thing. Totri, one question before we get out of here.
Yes,
What
sir.
is your bold prediction of something that, like a play or something that happens tomorrow? Something that might surprise some folks. Chat,
Outside of the
put your-
Melquan Stovall 60-yard touchdown?
outside of that, because that's definitely going to happen. Chat, give me your answers as well.
Oh, I got you.
Bold predictions.
One of the freshman DBs, JoJo or Keith Abney, will have an interception.
Or Montana in a sling.
Yeah, well, that would be the craziest. That would be the craziest bold prediction of all. But yeah, I think you're going to see those kids really ball out tomorrow, and it's going to be fun, guys. There is football tomorrow. What about you? What's your bold prediction?
Xavier Guillory scores not 2 but 3 touchdowns.
Wow. Yeah, that would be a bold prediction. Will in the chat, well equipped to watch, or wheel equipped to watch.
Yeah,
I don't
we
know.
will equip to watch.
We will equipped to
Help.
watch. Guys, the next time we see you, we'll be on a post-game show talking about Arizona State and Southern Utah. Again, do Bobby Hurley a solid. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button, give us a follow on social.
Did Bobby die?
At PHNX Sun Devils.
Oh,
You can follow me
Bobby.
on social at Anthony_Totri. You can follow Shane at Shane Deef.
yeah, just being terrified that Bobby's going to sneak up behind me as always.
And stay locked in on social media, guys, because we've got a bunch of graphics, a bunch of awesome stuff
bunch
for
of
you guys.
graphics?
A bunch of graphics.
Let's go.
Bunch of graphics.
Do I have to make them?
Nope, they're already made. Yeah, but you guys are going to want to follow us on social to see that. Chris in the chat, I haven't been this excited for Son of a Game Day in forever. The same goes for us, and we will see you tomorrow. But in the meantime, peace.